Alright, after that bit of sadness. Let's probably run into, I want to say, Lucas somehow here, and then probably Levon here. I mean, we might run into Levon here, but I would be shocked if he was at the snowdrop field. It's kind of Lucas's thing, you know? By the time I realized it, I was walking toward the snowdrop field. I wondered why I was there. Was I hoping to see someone in particular? He was the one who put me in the jail cell, right? You know why you're going. You know, girl. I went through the forest and arrived at the field of snowdrops. It's so pretty. Amidst the white field stood a silhouette. The fog is light today, so I could tell who it was. He was holding on to a single snowdrop flower. Lucas. I hid behind a tree instinctively. If Lucas found me, he'd capture me again and take me back to the jail cell. But... no, I can't believe in Lucas. I can't. It's not his time. I didn't know what Lucas is thinking. That was exactly why I couldn't take any risks right now. Reluctantly, I quietly left the place. I can't. I'm sorry, Lucas. Hopefully I didn't miss out on like something important there, but I'm just like, I don't think I've got enough love points with that boy right now. Alright, to the square. Levon, on the other hand... always enough love points with that boy. More time passed, and the number of people in the town square was diminishing. I was now the only one there. I never realized how big the town square was. I remembered when it was filled with people during the day. There were other times when the town square would be completely packed. Like the day of the masquerade, when people celebrated spring and laughed from the bottom of their hearts. Those warm memories seemed so far away. But now...
Jed?
Because of my reminiscing, I didn't realize someone had approached me. That familiar person called me Jed despite my dressing up as a woman. Levon.
How are you here? Did you manage to run away?
Yes. Only for a short while. There's a person acting as my double.
I see.
Levon gave a sigh of relief, but at the same time... Yes? He pulled me close with force and feeling. Levon?
I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything.
You couldn't help it. Not in that situation.
I couldn't protect you. You were so close, and yet I...
Levon's voice was shaking slightly. Was he mortified? Or was he... I couldn't move my hands, so instead I gently rubbed Levon's fingers with mine. I tried to help him relax just a little. His embrace loosened.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
But I...
If you did anything, it would start up another battle between the wolves and hawks. I'm glad you remained patient.
I am the Lord of the Wolves.
Yes.
But none of that matters. When it can't even protect the one I want to most.
Levon?
For the clan. For the town. But in the truest sense, for me to become the Lord. I almost lost you because of that.
Levon held my hand with both of his ever so gently. It hurts. It didn't actually hurt at all.
I don't want to let you go.
He wouldn't let go, and I didn't try to push him away. We held hands as I looked upon Levon's serious face. I couldn't take my eyes off him. Oh, you a little late to the party. Your brother beat you like 7 episodes ago. But hey, I'll take it.
I love you.
I was at a loss for words. I didn't have an answer to that confession yet. I hadn't decided on what I wanted to do with the town. And yet... Levon gripped my hand even tighter. This time it really hurt, but I still didn't want to let him go. His passion flowed through me along with his pain.
I've supported my clan for the sake of the clan until today. But I will throw all of that away.
Don't say that. Contrary to my words, my heart shook. He weighed the importance between the townspeople and me, and he chose me. While I couldn't come to a decision, Levon gave me the answer.
Just like the man I despised. I may be irresponsible and selfish, but I want to be honest about my own feelings. I want to show you everything that I am. I don't care about this town or my title. You're more important to me than any of that.
The person in front of me cared for me more than the entire town. He was depended upon by so many people. He was someone I respected since I was a child. He was like an older brother to me. No, don't put him in the bro zone. Oh, I mean, you have to this time, but please, no, not like this, Jed. He's willing to give up everything for you, and you treat him like garbage. I wanted to answer to Levon's feelings, but I couldn't. Two conflicting emotions arose. It's because I didn't kiss him, right? Man, we get flashback central with you. I could choose to accept Levon's feelings, and we could choose a path of happiness together. Was it a bad thing for me to choose that? Would that choice really be the wrong one?
I will not let anyone call you a witch, at any cost. If this town or world persists that way, to call you a witch and to reject you, I have no need for it!
His cry was filled with fierce emotion. My answer to him. A silent nod after all that. I can't even nod, though. This is painful. This is so painful. Okay. Top option? Go for that smooch, I guess. Bottom option? Like, yeah, no, maybe not. Don't say that. I don't want you to say that. The moment I said that out loud, Levon appeared to despair.
Jed, I'm serious.
I know. I'm happy that you feel that way for me. But even so... I really felt sorry about the whole thing. I wanted to go through with this, but...
I'm sorry. I was just forcing my feelings on you.
Don't apologize. Levon understood how I felt. That was the sort of person he was. Kind and more perceptive than anyone I knew. That's not true, you know Lawrence. I have to go.
Wait. If you go back...
There's someone taking my place there. I can't just leave.
I'll do something about this. I'll at least get you out of there.
I felt Levon after he made... I felt... Wow, I dyslexied left real hard there. I left Levon after he made that bold statement. I knew if I stayed with him any longer, my resolve would waver. He said that he would throw away this town and even the entire world. Levon didn't know. In order to end this world, I would have to end my own life. What would Levon say if I told him? Would he object to my discarding my life? I had a feeling he would stop me. Knowing how Levon felt made me so happy and sad at the same time. But I'm on my own path, is where I'm going. Alright. That should be it for the maps. Back to the main story we go. I met those I wanted to meet. I talked to those I wanted to talk to. All that was left is for me to decide. What should I do with the town? What did the people living in this town want? The time for a decision. Clear chapter 9. Damn. I can't decide. I love that. Time for a decision. I can't decide. I needed more time to think about it. I left the church to do just that. The snowfall was getting heavier. It would be best to return soon. I couldn't take shelter anywhere nearby, and walking around like this would gather too much attention. I turned around to go back to the main street, but someone in a hood approached me from the alley. I turned away on reflex and moved to the side of the road, but the person stopped right next to me. Yes? I like that that's both our reactions. Yes? Yes? Did the man notice me? I suddenly became worried. I didn't know if he heard me, but he took out a neatly folded piece of paper.
Take this.
Huh? While I was still confused, the man quickly walked away. Who the hickey hay was that? What was that all about? I unfolded the piece of paper to see what was inside, but I guess this is like a lemon juice message. I need some heat on this. It was blank. There was nothing written inside. Use your special eye, girl. What's going on? I spoke aloud, but no one was there to answer. Snow was piling up on my shoulder. I needed to hurry. Despite thinking that, I stood still and watched the man walk away. Curiouser and curiouser. By the time I returned to my cell, the snow and the winds were coming down hard. The weather worsened while I slept. There had been a blizzard since morning. Chubby guard! Well, how rude!
It's coming down even harder.
I hope it stops by the time we go home. I heard the conversation between the guards through the bars. I could barely hear them with the howling of the wind.
There's no way they can gather people at the town square in this.
The trial's going to be carried over. Probably tomorrow or the day after. A trial at the town square? It was probably for me. A trial to see if I'm guilty of being a witch. In that case, this blizzard was a blessing. I still hadn't come to a decision. I've been afforded some more time to think, at least for the duration of the blizzard. I'm sure it's terrible for the people in town. I became lost in thought in the dark jail cell. I needed to hurry. I needed to hurry and decide. But the next day, and the day after that, the blizzard continued. No matter how much time passed, it continued. One day, I noticed a rolled-up piece of paper inside the bread I was given for breakfast. It was the same as the paper I received from that man before. My heart jumped. I unfurled the piece of paper, keeping it hidden from view of the guards. Only one thing had been written. Tomorrow night. I stared at the message, dumbfounded. Something about it felt so ominous. Is that when it ends? The lamps in the jail cell were lit before I knew it. Had so much time already passed? Another uneventful day came and went. There was only one guard standing watch now. Perhaps the other one had gone to get something to eat. The wind seemed to be dying down. The trial might take place tomorrow. I peeked at the guard again, making sure he didn't see me take the paper from my pocket. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Meaning now. Is something about to happen? It could be trying to tell me something. This was stupid. The letter could just be a prank. It certainly made my imagination run wild. At the same time, I couldn't shake the bad feeling I had in the pit of my stomach. If my intuition was correct, something could happen. I wondered what. But before that...
Take this.
Who was he? Why would he give me this letter?
Hey! Hey!
I jumped in surprise, suddenly hearing someone call to me. I frantically put away the letter, but I wasn't the one being called to. Someone outside was calling for the guard.
What? Just come in. I'm getting hungry too, you know.
Come over here, quick!
Jeez. What now?
The guard mumbled his complaints and headed to the entrance. Now there was no one in view. My bad feeling came back. Tomorrow night. If something is about to happen. Right when I was about to tell him to not go out.
Jeez. So what is it?
Help!
What are you? Gah!
Two muffled screams and splattering noises on the ground. What happened? I didn't think my own voice would be so small. I gulped and tried to speak more loudly. What happened? Hey! No answer. I didn't see or hear the guards, but I smelled them. The wind carried the smell from outside. Blood? I heard footsteps approaching me. Someone was coming down here. It wasn't the two guards. They were already... In that case, the one who would come here was... I subconsciously moved away from the bars, going further into my cell. In unison with my movements, the footsteps grew louder, and finally... Huh?
Jed? Where are you?
I figured it would be the Wolf Boys. It was Levon. He was the last person I had expected to come. What was going on? Did Levon kill the guards? Or was it all a misunderstanding? No, it wasn't.
Oh, sorry. It's too dark, so I couldn't see. Why are you so far back there?
I had retreated to where the light didn't shine in my cell. In contrast, I could clearly see Levon in the lit passageway. There were splotches of dark red on his clothes.
Sorry I kept you waiting. I'll get you out now.
He took out a ring of keys. It must have been from the guards.
Let's go.
The bars were quickly opened up and Levon held his hand out to me. But I hesitated. I knew it was Levon in front of me, but something felt wrong. That's the feeling I get to. I'm like, is this Hugh pretending to be Levon?
Hurry. We don't have time.
Yeah. At his urging, I cautiously took his hand. Levon's hand was lukewarm and had this slick, nauseating feeling. What is happening? He drew me by the hand and took me outside of the cell. The snowfall was much lighter. It seemed it would go back to normal tomorrow. I looked up at the sky and forced myself to take it in, avoiding the reality before me. Whoa! I tripped over something. Luckily, because Levon was holding my hand, I didn't fall. There's something off about all this, though. I'm actually surprised it's only Levon. I thought for sure it was going to be either Levi or Levi and Levon. Not that Levi wouldn't be involved, not involved at all. That's why I'm sus this isn't Levon. I don't know.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Something wet splashed on the ground. I looked down at what I tripped over and was shocked into silence. The snow was red and a corpse lay there, covered in blood and dirt. It's one of the guards. His throat was slashed and his eyes were wide open. The raw wounds were still spurting blood as I turned away uneasily. Ugh. I felt nauseous, and lucky that I hadn't eaten much during my capture. Levon did this? I felt the uncomfortable, slimy sensation between our hands again. Huh? I didn't see any other corpses. What happened to the other guard? I tried not to look down as I glanced around. There was a trail of blood leading to a man crawling away. He was alive. He was still alive and moving. Levon! Despite the time and place, I let out a cry of joy.
Yeah.
Levon gave a muffled sigh. In that moment, I realized I needed to take Levon and move away from there as quickly as possible. Levon, we need to hurry and... I wanted to tell him to leave, but he interpreted it differently.
I know.
While still holding my hand, he moved toward the man crawling away.
Spare me!
Levon, wait! Oh, he stomped him. Rude. Gah! Without hesitation, he pierced the man's neck with his sword. Okay, he didn't stomp him. After convulsing a few more times, the man soon became motionless. Oh.
I'm sorry. I thought I disposed of him in the beginning. It seems I still have much to work on.
He gave an innocent smile. His face was covered with the blood of his victim. His eyes gleamed like that of a beast. I genuinely felt afraid of Levon, of the man in front of me.
This way.
Levon practically dragged me away. This is bad news bears right here. Half of me was still stunned, and the other half was frozen in fear. Bad news bears, I tell ya. Where was Levon taking me? Probably to a personal jail cell, just for you and him. The bad visibility of the night and being led by him messed with my sense of direction. I still couldn't accept what had happened. Was this reality? I saw a faint light that looked like the middle of town. I could tell we were heading in the direction of the town square. What was that light? It was so big and red. Fire. It was like during the masquerade. As we approached, its heat and brightness increased. I had seen this light before. It was from when Francisca's manor was burning. Yep. It couldn't be. That was impossible. Was this really happening? Yep. Just like your dreams, girl. The town was burning. It couldn't be. Wow. Oh, that's what Levi was doing. Just setting fire to everything. It's like, well, if she's not gonna destroy the world, we'll destroy it ourselves.
Levi sure went all out.
Levi? He was here too? I looked around. My eyes were drawn to the flames, but soon after the reality of what was happening struck. Gah!
Damn you! Die!
Hey, over here! There are 2 more hawks!
Get away! Stop! Stop! There were fights going on. No, this was an all-out war. There were even more people here than when Olgar's manor was raided, and they were all killing each other. Countless bodies lay upon the stone pavement, blood and chunks of flesh scattered around. Shouts, screams, the clanking of weapons, and the crackling of fire. The sounds endlessly resonated deep within my ears. Please spare me! I have nothing to do with...
Then get out of the way!
Ah! Even unarmed people were being cut down, women and children alike. Levon? What's going on?
We've decided to kill all of the hawks.
He said it so matter-of-factly. In this situation, it didn't matter who was a hawk and who was a wolf. Lives were being taken everywhere. Why?
Because we thought it was the right thing to do.
What do you mean by that? My words weren't getting through to him. Right now, Levon wouldn't understand me no matter what I said. That was something I knew clearly. The winds gusted, carrying disgusting smells with it. Blood and charred flesh. I passed the point of feeling nauseous at the sight of the bloodbath taking place in front of me. I knew it was all too late. But still. Stop! Everyone stop! I shouted as loudly as I could. I had to stop them. But how? The witch! The witch is right here! I'm the witch! If everyone targeted me, then maybe... Not even that, eh? But no one batted an eye. They didn't even look at me. Why?
It's all right, Jed.
What do you mean it's all right?
Not a single person who calls you a witch will be left.
He had his usual kind and reassuring smile. Why would he say something so scary with that face? Jewels, girl. The jewels.
All right, charge! Yeah!
A loud battle cry. It was Levi. A group of men led by Levi ran around roaring. They targeted all the people who were still alive.
Oh! They're coming!
Run away! Out of my way! You're not going anywhere! Ha!
Oh!
In the blink of an eye, more people's lives were taken. Levi continued killing one after another.
Ha 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 ha! Is this the best you've got, you hawks?
He's making the same face as then. The face of a beast swallowed by madness. But he looked so happy. Even with his whole body stained with blood, he laughed maniacally. Something gleamed on Levi's left hand. It was the ring with the magical stone. I guess he got it back again.
Oh!
Get back here!
One of them ran away. He threw down his weapon and abandoned his allies. He ran straight toward us.
Please help me! I don't want to do this anymore! Gah! Why?
The blood splattered on my face. I stood there, too stunned to wipe it off. The man who begged us for help was cut down by Levon without hesitation. Levon turned around and I saw something shine near his chest. It was his ring. The magical stone in that ring also gleamed. He was also...
Sorry, Levon!
I told you not to let any of them get away.
I know. I have no plans to. Hey, Jed, you're here!
The smile he gave me was the usual Levi. It was the friendly smile with which I was so familiar. Levi had killed many people already, but he regretted doing so. But now... That ring...
Yeah, wearing it grants me power. Isn't it amazing?
Why did he take it back? Why did he forget? My words couldn't come out in the presence of the tragedies unfolding before my eyes.
Hold on just a sec. I'll kill all the ones who get in our way.
He was saying the same thing as Levon. I see. These two had made their decision. Because I didn't make mine, they made it in my place.
I won't let them kill you.
I will protect you no matter what.
Their words brought tears to my eyes. If only they were from joy. They spoke to me seriously, from the bottom of their hearts. But in this moment, they were consumed by madness. I heard screams in the distance. They must be chasing after the people who fled. More fires began to go up. The tragedy would only spread. I saw many people around me reduced to pieces of immobile flesh. The only people still alive in the town square were the three of us.
What's the matter, Jed?
Are you all right?
They looked at me worriedly as I took their blood-stained hands. Aw. I'm sorry, guys. I doomed us by my indecision.
Hey.
What's with you all of a sudden?
They were looking at me blankly. It was like they didn't understand what they did. Levon. Levi. Neither of them understood that what they were doing was from being consumed by the magical stones. There was always a possibility, so long as the stones existed and there were people bewitched by them. A decision needed to have been made to stop this. I had the time and the chance to prevent it all. I'm the one that brought ruin to this town. The hands I held stained my own red as well. The witch of the legends. Her eyes were blood red. I could finally see. Their sins were my sins. That was why I had to share these sins with them. I gripped both of their hands tightly and placed them against my forehead, focusing on the heat. Overflowing emotions came out of me in groans and cries. The two of them must have felt confused, but soon their hands gently patted my head and back.
It's all right. There's nothing to worry about.
We'll always be together, no matter what happens.
Yes, that's right. Let's always be together. I would now live as the witch, together with them. That was why they would always be with me. Forever and ever. Until the day we died. Damn, is that how that ends? Huh? That's how that ends! Oh my god! Oh my goodness graciousness. Wow. Man, the common root ending really do be hitting different than Black Butterflies. Like, Black Butterflies was like bittersweet, but like, you know, things ended well. You know, we beat the big bad, we said goodbye to our friend, we moved on with our lives. Here it's like, everyone died, it's your fault. You couldn't decide on anybody, so now you've made these boys go mad and you've decided to go mad as well. Woo. Also, by the way, this song is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. So that's what wolf ending meant. Interesting. I wonder if there's an epilogue. It might just even be like a picture, you know, like how at the end of Black Butterfly, Common Root, it was like one burnt out picture, and I'm like, huh? What's that all about? Maybe we'll get something like that here, but dang. Oh. That escalated so quickly. Whew. Yeah, that was quite the common ending. I can't believe, what is this, like nearly 40 episodes? And for it to end like that, I'm depressed now. For that to be our first ending, I'm just like, whew. Damn. Damn. The two beasts unlocked the Wolf Brothers ending. I got the ending I was going for. No epilogue even. Damn. Wow. Whew. Guys. Okay, well, I think we could say that's a pretty bad ending. I mean, yeah, she's got like two guys, but the whole town be deader than dead, and we didn't solve any of our problems. So yeah, that happened. You know what the worst part is? I have to wait I can get more answers. Oh, I'm gonna be chewing on that for a while. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed our first ending together. I'm sorry it's as dissatisfying as that, but that is the common route ending. That's like the default common route ending. So I got what I was aiming for. Hooray for that. I'm going to be taking a break from Ashen, sadly. I'm actually really sad about this, but that was my plan, was I was going to start Taisho Alice. Maybe it'll be good, though. You know, kind of cleanse the palate with the nonsense of Taisho Alice, and then come back and we'll start, like, making dents into better endings, hopefully. Not so deadly. Fingers crossed. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching my first run through of this. I will be now going to Taisho Alice Heads and Tails, so yeah, if you're around and would like to hang out with me for that, we can catch up with our old booze from over there before jumping back into Ashen Hawk World once more. Okay, hopefully I'll see you guys around. Until next time, I will see you later.